Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. The expectation bias is defined by Wikipedia as a tendency for experimenters to believe, certify, and publish data that agree with their expectations for the outcome of an experiment, and to disbelieve, discard, or downgrade the corresponding weightings for data that appear to conflict with those expectations. Startups select market and customer data which aligns with their own view, which may or may not represent market reality. Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote, "People only see what they are prepared to see." To overcome the expectation bias, consider the following. Recognize the expectation bias and how your attention moves to evidence that supports your current beliefs. Actively question what you see and what conclusions you draw from it. Review your assumptions to see if they still hold true. And look for conflicting information and probe further into it to understand how it may impact your view. Examine the source of the information to see how credible it is or is not, and be willing to see the data from the other side. Consider a different potential outcome and imagine what that would look like. This will help overcome the expectation bias and give a clearer picture of the market. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us into today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.